Viewers, we are done with the second test, and if I have to summarize the whole thing, I would call it Ashwin's test. He was so far and above everybody else in terms of performance that he eclipsed everybody else. Although you might tell me, wait a minute. Rohit Sharma scored 160, Kohli batted well in the second innings, Akshar Patel got 5 wickets in the second innings. Yes, all those did happen, but if you look at the total picture, the totality of the picture, it was Ashwin who shined right through. So to understand what is weightage that I have been working on, I went back to my table and I weighted it such that I can give a prediction for who is perhaps going to be the man of the series for this series. And to do that, what I did was I put together proper weighting that you can think of as a way to try and explain how each one's contribution is weighted. For understanding this, you need to keep two things in mind. Think of a match having 4 innings in a test match, and if the test match has 4 innings, when you bat, the first innings you bat is the best time to bat, and hence it's the easiest to bat. So I attach a weightage of 1.0 for that. The second innings is 1.25 because it progressively becomes difficult. The third one is 1.5 and the fourth one is 1.75. So you have the spread between 1 to 1.75. Now I wanted to do the similar kind of spread for bowling also, and I also wanted to normalize it so that we can say, okay, well, in terms of weighted numbers, they look more or less the same. So for that, for bowling, what I did was I set the range between 20 and 35. That comes down to about 1:1.6, close enough to 1:1.75. So the team that is bowling first, the number of wicket that bowler takes is multiplied by 35, and the team bowling second is 30, the third one is 25, and the team that is bowling fourth has a weightage factor of 20. So you get the idea. So because it becomes progressively easier to bowl as the innings pass on the same pitch. So with those things in mind, I did a weightage of the second test, and you see some very interesting numbers. You can see that Rohit Sharma has got 100 and Ashwin has 191. And you may say, how come he has got such a big number? Think about this, guys. Anytime somebody gets a fifer, that is considered as 100. Right? So if you think of it that way, he got 5 plus 3, 8 wickets. And that ought to count for something. And also he has got 100, which is why its number is coming to 191. Now, these things will normalize over the test, and I will predict the man of the series at the end of the 4th test. But you can calculate this yourself. Now, let's go back and apply the same numbers to the first test so that your weightage becomes more clearer when I apply the same bowling weightages. In this also, you see Ashwin has got 9 wickets. It's almost like a double 100, which is why his score is 155. Now, bowlers win matches and catchers win matches, but you got to take 20 wickets to win a test match. And in this case, of course, it was a losing cause, except that the scores that people made, like for example, Rishabh Pant had a very good score, 91 and 11, and his weightage is only 67, whereas Virat Kohli got 11 and 72, his score is 70. How come it is higher? The reason is he got those runs in the second innings of India, which was batting 4th, which is when batting is the most difficult. So you get the idea of how the weightage is done. So this is how I arrived at this. At this point, Ashwin looks fairly comfortably ahead of everybody else in terms of becoming the man of the series. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the remaining 2 tests. As far as my favorite shot of Ashwin was concerned, it was the one that he hit Moeen Ali for a 6 to go from 91 to 97. And as for his favorite wicket, I like the way he got rid of Dan Lawrence in the second innings. The ball went between his legs. You can see how off balance the batsman was trying to play that shot. It's just, I don't think Lawrence would want to see that. Remember, I had predicted or I had suggested that the Indian team could rest one of the pace bowlers, and they did exactly that. and so did the English team. So someone probably is listening to this. This is just my guess. I could be wrong. Let's see how it plays out. All the best, and thanks for watching. And do not forget to subscribe to PGurus channel.